Hey everyone, Captain Amazing here, and today I wanted to talk about these Lightspeed bundles. It's a hot topic right now, so I wanted to dive into it. So if you like this content or any of my guides, go ahead and like and subscribe. I really do appreciate it. So let's jump into it. So these Lightspeed bundles, if you notice, and a lot of people have, you can't purchase them yourself. They're not in here. They just didn't offer that to you. But there's two things that I wanted to talk about why that is. So let's jump into the first one. So the first one is gifts. So I don't think they offered these Lightspeed bundles as a way of just giving us Lightspeed bundles. These Lightspeed bundles are here 100% to drive participation into this new gifts feature. So this new gifts feature, they just created it, and CG already said that anything they do in this game is driven by essentially money. Like if they put something in this game, there has to be a payback for CG. So they're not going to lift a single finger for anything in this game unless it gives them additional money. And this is a business. Like the CG is a business. Yes, this is a game. We love Star Wars. But at the end of the day, they have shareholders that they're beholden to. They have to keep the lights on, and they created this feature, the gifts feature, for us to actually like buy gifts for our guildmates. But let's be honest. Let's be completely honest here. If they would have offered this without the Lightspeed bundles, how many of you would really be chomping at the bits to buy something for your guild? Like, look at this. No one's going to be, except for the mega whales, no one's going to be here and actually participating in this. But now that they forced us, or not really forced us, because a lot of us don't need this because we bought it originally, but force those players that want these Lightspeed bundles, they have to engage with their guild or already have an alt in a guild so that they can buy these bundles for themselves, which drives participation into this new gifts feature. And that's what they're looking for. They don't care about right now. They don't care about driving profit in the same way that they do with these data cards. Because if they did, they would have included the Lightspeed bundles in the data cards themselves. So that's what they're trying to do. They created something which is gifts, and they need us to participate in that so that they can show to their shareholders that they are creating new functions that players are engaging with and that is giving them a profit. So that's what this is all about. These Lightspeed bundles are a cash cow for CG, and this cash cow is designed to drive participation into gifts, which is a new feature. So that's all it is. So if you're wondering, like, why would they do this? What is going on here? Why can't I buy this for myself? Money is the reason. Money. But also, it's just a new feature. It's just a new feature. They're trying to drive participation in it. Unless, I would say this. I'm really small, right? Like no one knows the name Captain Amazing. But I would say this: if CG really wants participation in this type of gift giving, except for whales, or forcing us into using them to purchase Lightspeed bundles in some weird trade fashion, then they need to make gifts that are available to our entire guild. And let's say if it was like, hey, $5 for, whatever, like 20 Chirotech or 10 Chirotech to your entire guild. Can you imagine if the majority of your guild bought that, and how much that would turbocharge Chirotech for everyone, and how much that would drive for them? Because if I can buy a gift for my whole guild and everyone gets it, and it's not going to be similarly priced towards like, hey, $5 for 25 Chirotech, but even if it was like $5 for 10 Chirotech and everyone purchased that, maybe that is the thing that can drive gifts. But I'm not going to be driving or purchasing a single $100 to whale out for my gift members. I don't know a lot of members who would. Maybe at the highest level of whaling they'll do that, but I don't foresee if they keep this current model of gifts being a huge portion of the average player base. But that's why they put Lightspeed bundles here, because this is an excellent bundle. People want it. People who miss these old bundles or people that regret not buying them, they want to engage in them. Which brings me to my second point here. Lightspeed bundles came back. So no one, at first we had no data. We had no way to say if any of these Lightspeed bundles would return. We had nothing. They released Lightspeed bundles for a week, and then they released the Ray one. They gave us a BAM one. They gave us now the SOKR one, Finalizer, Radis, Starkiller. But they didn't re-release them. So we had no idea if they were gonna come back. And now we have some data that shows us that, hey, they are willing to bring Lightspeed bundles back, which is huge. This is huge. No one's talking about this, but this is a big deal. What this does is it allows players to understand that if they create a new account, they probably don't want to farm SOKR. They probably don't want to farm Ray, because if they're a light spender or they're willing to spend for huge gains, they don't have to go back and farm this old content, because now we have data that, hey, CG is willing to re-release Lightspeed bundles. If this was a one-time deal, which it very well could have been, it could have been if you missed this week of playing in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, you would have never had a Lightspeed bundle for this character. Like, it's a one-time thing. Same thing like Galactic Chases. There was a Galactic Chase for the Malevolence. If you missed that Galactic Chase for the Malevolence, you would never get it again in that fashion. You would have had to use Get 2. But now there is data. There is quantifiable data that, hey, this was re-released, and it's not a great system, and it's this introductory system that's forcing us to engage in this new way of whaling, and that's what they're trying to do here. Is they're trying to push us towards that. But hey, silver lining around this cloud, they re-released Lightspeed bundles that they released in the past, which gives us the knowledge that they are open to making these appear again, which in my opinion is huge, absolutely huge. So if you look at this and you say like, hey, this is unfair, I should be able to purchase this. Yeah, absolutely, because now they're kind of they're not only forcing someone else to purchase you, they're double dipping, because I don't know about you guys, but in my guild I saw advertisements of like, hey guys, I'll buy you an equivalent box of crystals, or they're doing trades. They're like, hey, I'll do a Lightspeed bundle trade with you, so you buy me a Lightspeed bundle, I buy you a Lightspeed bundle, or you buy me this $20 finalizer bundle and I'll buy you the equivalency in crystals. And that's what I've been seeing, and people have just been trading, but that's exactly what CG wanted, because not only is it driving production of this gifts by people buying Lightspeed bundles for their guild, but it also demands that equal payment back. So it's doubling their profit of these Lightspeed bundles. Because let's say before this drove in like $10 million worth of profit. Now, potentially, if they have, they're not going to have the same participation because a lot of players bought this already. But let's say this purchase, players purchase $1 million of these Lightspeed bundles for their guilds. But if they have to reciprocate, now it generates another $1 million of crystal generation within the guild. Plus, you add in those mega whales, they're going to be looking at this gifts function, and they're going to be like popping champagne bottles and saying, hey, great success, patting each other on the back. We did it. We created a feature that players love and they're engaging with. But really, players are just like, hey, just let me buy my Lightspeed bundle. But it's huge. It's huge as far as they re-release these. That's a good sign. So any more knowledge that we have on what CG is doing with these Lightspeed bundles is a benefit for players in the long run and for new players, so that we can guide them and say like, hey, they've re-released this before, maybe don't farm for SOKR, don't farm for Ray, go for a bigger farm or something else, another GL, because there's data out there that they re-release this and they're open to re-releasing it again. Thanks for watching my video if you got this far, and I'll see you again next time. And on your way out, don't forget to like and subscribe. So take care.